welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Ceci Talks, and I'm back with another video. Today is a bit of a different kind of video. I'm actually going to do like a chit chat, talk to you guys, like kind of tell you about my experience this year, you know, the COVID season, basketball, school, the whole shebang. And I'm also going to give you some tips on manifesting and how important it is in order to reach your goals. So let's get it. Let's start from the COVID season and how everything has been. Let's do like a full 365, how it's been. Okay, so as everyone knows, about a year ago, COVID hit, and if you was in the States like me, being a student athlete, you was either sent home or like your program was just shut down basically. So I remember this day so clearly. It was spring break and I was with my friends. We went roller skating. Got that email like, yeah, COVID is the issue, like you guys gotta go home type stuff. So I ended up staying at a friend of mine. Well, she was my boss at work, and she offered for me to stay at her house for a couple of days until I can get a ticket to go home. So I stayed there for a couple of days, made a lot of TikToks, had fun. And then it was time for me to go home, basically. At that point, I'd actually really missed home because I hadn't been home since the summer. So I was like, okay, let's get it, let's go. So I went home, and lockdown in London is horrible. Like, when I mean absolutely nothing to do, like nothing to do. Like, I went to the park. I played a lot of like basketball in the park. I hung out with my friends when we could in my house. I just chilled. But for the most part, it was lonely. Like, it was really lockdown. Like, it was really like, I'm coming home and I'm not even gonna get to see my family and friends. Like, it was dead. So anyways, that happened, and let's fast forward to getting back to school now. Getting back to school, first of all, was already an issue in itself because for the longest we wasn't sure whether or not we was going to be able to get back to school anyway. So COVID, you really have my heart hurting. Like, to a point where, yeah, sorry, I'm trying to fix my hair. To a point where it was like, am I going to have to fly to like the Bahamas or Jamaica that allows like US flights and stuff like that, or am I gonna have to just wait out and just stay at home and do online school and forget basketball for the year? Like, it was that serious. Like, me and my best friend was about to have a GoFundMe going, like, we need to get kids to school. Coming to school, when I finally found out, yeah, I can go back to school, like, I'm gonna be straight, blah blah blah, I have a student visa, me and my friends did this trip to Wisconsin Dells. If you don't know where it is, in Wisconsin, it's like a resort type of place. Loads of people really kind of go there, but it's like a really nice little town and stuff. So it was like 10 of us total, a couple of my friends. We all went to this, like, we got this Airbnb. There was like 5 rooms, like upstairs, downstairs, like game room, like all types of stuff. That was really nice. And there was also a resort. We was on a resort, so there was like a pool, all that stuff, sauna, gym if you wanted to go. But I was like, no, I'm relaxing, I'm on holiday. So I just went to the pool. So that was fun. Anyways, we had that whole thing. So it was like kick off school, like excited, like whoa. We get to school. First couple weeks of basketball, we are shut down. Look, in our rooms, like in quarantine. Like, when I mean the whole school was in quarantine. My school's really small. I think there's like 1,000 students. When I mean 300 of us were in quarantine, like just like that, like to a point where our meal deliveries would come so late, to a point where I'm not even hungry no more. Like, I'm trying to go to sleep. So that was horrible because I was so ready to get back into like the gym, because I had been like in an indoor gym, but not as much as like I would have wanted to over the summer. Like, I was meant to be putting in work, so I was kind of nervous. Well, we finally got our quarantine and stuff. Our official practice started October 1st. And we was like, okay, bet, like, we in there now. So we're practicing in pods, by the way. So we wasn't even allowed to like practice like that. It wasn't really allowed to go 5-on-5. We were just in pods, our own baskets, like getting things done. First game of the season was somewhere like late November, I'm thinking. But by this time I'd had my birthday, right? This is where the real manifestation, the real Khadija get your beep together came in. So my birthday's on October 26th. I'm a Scorpio. Scorpio stands up. My birthday on October 26th. I turned 22. The weekend, my birthday was on a Monday, so the weekend before, I had decided to have some friends over. I had an apartment to myself. I was like, let's get it cracking, like, let's have some fun. And plus, I was going through a lot at that time, like, mentally, I was just like, I need to let my hair down. So, it was my birthday, and stuff, and I got in cute and invited some of my friends over. Tutus now, that was a bad idea because we ended up getting in trouble, right? Christian school, yada yada yada, noise complaint, got in trouble. I had a consequence, and my consequence, guys, when I tell you, this school knew what they was doing when they decided to do what they did with me with this situation. So they decided that because the incident involved people who was underage or whatever, that they was gonna take away the one thing that brought me to this school, brought me all the way from London. So this incident happened, let me go back. The incident happened October 24th, because my birthday is 26th. It took them until first week December to give me my freaking punishment. So I've gone into my first game of the year. I dropped my career high. I think at that point, it was like 21 or something. I dropped my career high. I was like, oh yeah, I'm feeling good. Like, my career high at my school, obviously. So I was like, oh yeah, I'm feeling good. Like, yeah, they shouldn't have locked me. Like, I was so hyped. So I felt good. Next minute, I'm getting an email like, yeah, so we've come up with your... Yeah, so, given the situation, we feel like we need to be suspended for the rest of the semester. So I was livid. I was like, oh my goodness, like, let me clean the streets, let me scrub gum, like, I will get on my hands and knees and do whatever you guys want me to do. Bruh, they was like, no, we are taking away your privileges of being on a team. And yeah, well, I was still allowed to be on my team. I just wasn't allowed to compete. So for the rest of that semester, which I think there was like 5 games that I missed, guys. I missed like 5 games. They were all non-conference, but I missed 5 games. I was depressed, bro. Like, I was like, I have goals. Like, what am I gonna do? So cool. In the summer, thank the Lord. Oh my gosh, I'm telling you, God knows what He's doing, guys. He knows what He's doing. In the summer, I had decided already that I wanted to come home for Christmas. Because the Christmas before, I heard my house was crickets without me. So I was like, I'm about to come back and we're going to have a lit Christmas. Like, we're going to have a lit Christmas. So, I came back home for Christmas and it was lit. I had decided to come home for Christmas. So I came home. Actually, I went to Florida before. Then I came home for Christmas. So, came home, had some fun. And at that point, I was like, I decided with myself, I was like, okay, I'm about to be able to compete. So I need to get my ish together. So I had a couple open gyms with my coach and all people that was kind of home during Christmas, which was good. It was fun. Like, I got to get some shots up in a gym, even though it was locked down in London. And that was all fun and stuff. But yeah, being at home, I had a lot of time on my hands. So I used to like sit in my bed and just think like, okay, my band is finally over. It's time for me to like get this ball rolling, get all the manifestations, all the goals, all of that cracking, babe. So I got this book and I was like, listen, I have some goals. I'm not gonna let what happened in the last semester stop me from getting to where I want to get to this semester. Okay, so I'm just this is the first time I'm reading these back, yeah, after the season's done. So for example, I'm gonna just be so upfront with you guys. My goals here, my goals I wrote this was back in December 2020, was you need to average 15 points per game, 5 rebounds, 5 assists and 2 steals. Speak up at every timeout during the game, be a leader, don't dull your light for others, gain all conference honours, all academic honours, and it was to text 1 teammate per week to check on them. Those are kind of goals, but also the points and all that stuff was also a manifestation. Like, that's what I wanted to do for myself. So I remember coming back, and I think my first game back, who did we play? Bruh, I'm gonna have to look this up. So my first game back, I had 17 points. I had 0 steals. So that was already like, come on, pick that up. I went 3 for 6 from the 3, and I went 4 for 9 overall. And then I had some free throws. I can't really tell. I can't see right now. But yeah, so I was like, okay, I'm starting off good. And my goal, honestly, was just to keep my average, like, good. Like, just make sure you score in double digits every game. Like, you'll be straight type stuff. My plan was to just journal once a week. Tell your future self how you felt in this moment. Tell your future self how you dealt with it, just in case you had to come back to it. So that's kind of what I did. I just manifested and I prayed so much, and I was writing things down. Anything I felt, like, I just wrote stuff down, because I feel like with me, I have like really big goals. I mean, I feel like everyone does, but I have really big goals in which, yeah, sometimes I'm like, I don't want to say it. I don't want to jinx myself. I don't want to put myself in a position where I said it too soon and I didn't even get it. So I just wrote things down. Like, I wrote so much stuff down. I wrote poems. I recorded myself saying stuff, and I just wrote it down. And, you know, as I progressed through the season, do you know what I found with myself, actually? Once I get to the end of the season, yeah, that's kind of when I play my best. Like, it happened last year, and it happened this year too. So I was just like at my prime at the end of the season. And, you know, we kind of, as a team, we went 7-1 in conference. We was #1 seed. Like, when I mean we killed it, like, shout out to my team, because we actually did some stuff this year, and people need to know, because we put in so much hard work, and all the adversity that we went through just to get to where we were was like amazing, especially in this COVID season. Played another team that we'd actually lost to in the quarterfinals last year, so it was kind of like I got a chip on my shoulder. We're not losing, like, ain't no way. And we like blew them out by a lot, which was fun too. So it came to our first championship game as a club, as a college team. Like, it was our first time in conference history and school history, all of that. So yeah, it was our championship game. We ended up losing by 3. Like, the game itself was so intense. Like I can't even bring myself to watch it back yet. Like, I've watched some bits of it, but like the 4th quarter comeback I haven't watched, because I just feel like it's gonna break my heart, because we really tried to come back and we ended up losing by 3. The moral of this story, I think I'm gonna end this here, because like this is kind of long, but the moral of the story is, like, your manifestations will come true. You have to put it in the universe. You don't have to say it to someone, because sometimes, you know how that kind of goes with the universe. Like, the universe be hearing stuff before it's even done. So instead of like maybe talking it out, write stuff down. Like, I'm telling you guys, journals. I have like 3 different journal stuff, yeah. I write stuff down. Like, I let it be known to God. I let it be known to myself, or like I owe it to myself to do this, reach this goal. And like before this year, I never really had like points goals or steals goals or all that stuff. But after having a conversation with my coach, and like after the whole incident and me sitting out, it was kind of like, okay, guys, like, first of all, we need you to not be getting in trouble, and we need you on the team, and we need you to like win and stuff. And then I started to realize, like, look, I didn't come here to be doing no higgy haga, like, just be out here. I came here to make an impact, like, and stuff like that. I had a consequence, and my consequence, guys, when I tell you, yeah, this school knew what they was doing when they decided to do what they did with me with this situation. So they decided that because the incident involved people who was underage or whatever, that they was gonna take away the one thing that brought me to this school. I ended the season averaging 16 points, 4.8 rebounds, 3.1 assists, and 2.1 steals. If someone ever tells you that manifestation don't work, tell them they're lying, okay? Because, girl, boys, girl, whoever's watching this, like, listen, if I didn't do that, I don't think I would have been where, like, I am. Yeah, I ended up being all conference second team, which is something obviously I haven't done yet. So that was good. But that also, like, helps me to, like, set a standard for myself next year and like the year after and however many years I have left to play, which I think is 3, but I'm probably not gonna play all 3. But it just helped me, like manifestation and writing your goals down and praying about it. I'm telling you, all works, guys. Like, yeah, that's all I had to say. Like, I don't know. But yeah, those are my tips. Like, write things down, write poetry, speak to yourself, pray to God, like have these goals so that at the end of the season you can hold yourself accountable. Like, if you don't hold yourself accountable, who will? But yeah, thank you guys for listening. I hope you enjoyed it. It's kind of a chit chat, you know. I feel like you kind of got to know me a bit more. But yeah, keep manifesting, it will come true in Jesus' name. Amen.